and I don't know how the audio is, but we're doing some tooling here. I don't have my external mic with me, so we'll have to deal with some of that noise right there. Just real quick, didn't realize the project I was going to work on needed a quick stamp from the press. So we're going to set this on the press real quick, and then I'll be right back over. And I'm going to check the audio on my device real quick too to make sure it's still good. Okay, I just have to do a quick guitar strap. They want the initials, but right here above my name, so we'll put the initials in. Check my my audio real quick. See how it's going. Check for audio. Yeah, audio seems to be good. Doesn't look too bad either for the picture. Some old school look. Alright, well, that's working. I have no music in the background, which is really going to be sad for me, but let me comment quick on that video. Yeah, so it'll briefly show up on my screen if you are watching, if you comment, but I may not see it every time. So but this one here, they just wanted a simple. Look good, you can see what I'm playing over here. They just wanted a simple stamping, 3 initials. So we're going to put those on right now. We're going to make sure I got a couple lines on my thing here, so I'm going to make sure that it's centered. About 2 3/4, so 2 3/4 in half goes about 1 3/8. Yep, that's centered, and we will we'll start getting some work done. If anybody knows of a way to get music to be able to play in the background with Facebook not blocking me, feel free to let me know, because I'd love to have music playing in the background. I think part of it I have to just, even if I say I don't own the rights to the music or anything like that, they'll still grab me and shut it off. So if anybody knows of a way, feel free to let me know. And I'm trying to get some tooling done today, so right here's where I'm going to work most of the day. I do need to get some briefcases made. I need to get some some briefcases and probably some other stuff made, but right now it's just get these orders done. I got a list of my chair just hit it. To reset everything. I don't think it's bad. And I have image stabilization set, so hopefully the images will stay smooth. Usually I look straight down, but I got a camera in my way today. There we go. Somebody's watching. Don't know who. But now that's done. I can call that customer and say, come get it. Actually, I'll probably just deliver it on the weekend. So that was it. They wanted wanted initials put in. Just simple. We could do that. 2 people watching. Chime in if you're watching. Please. 3 people. Woohoo! Alright. So that's done. Guitar strap. I'm gonna start doing the tooling. Couple of these to do. I'm gonna swivel knife them all first. That way they're curious to see who's watching. Eddie. One person who's watching. Am I heading away? Nope, not really. Really should switch to a different knife for this one. Really important to always keep your tools sharp. Just a simple strop will clean up the edges and make it work real nice. So this one here, you can see the it's got an angle on it. This one does too, but this one will swivel. and that's not normally how a swivel knife works. A swivel knife works so you can turn it like this while you're moving it around. But this one here is a little bit different. This part swivels, so you can see the whole knife, just the tip swivels and not this end. So man, this no music thing is killing me. And y'all don't want me to sing, I'll tell you that. If I had my daughter in here, I'd have her sing. Later in the week I'll do a sewing session. Tomorrow, let's see, what do I got? I gotta do bags. I gotta do some hand stitching. I gotta do some key fobs. I'm working on some coasters. I gotta cut out briefcases and get briefcases done. So I got a list of things that I'm trying to do. So hopefully I'll be live. Live seems to make me get the work done a little bit, like make me almost stay on track. So I'm kind of one of the reasons why I'm going live. It helps me keep on track. So I got a couple people watching. I don't know who. It says two or three. But if you're watching, say hello. Once I finally get a chance, I'm gonna try to get. I have a whole soundboard for here. I get a couple more microphones, but I'm gonna get a wireless mic so we can run everything from a soundboard and get the audio up. Maybe do a couple classes online. I'm no pro, but at least I can help out some people if they need any help. Definitely not calling myself a pro instructor, but according to my business license, I have teaching down there, instructing, so I might as well do some instructing while I'm doing it. Not survival or anything like that, just some simple stuff. So you want to use some water to wet down your leather before you do the tooling and stuff. So if you see me push away, I usually do it over here. What do you see? Oh, that's the dog bed. It's way out there. See, this is why. This is what happens. I stop, I'll look at something, and I'll be like, ooh, maybe I can do this. Ooh. So, yeah, I'm going to put this down and get back to work. So now I pull out this swivel knife for use of like real detailed stuff. So we'll get some of that, and it makes it a little bit easier. Alright, so that's almost done. The stars, we're gonna play with the stars real quick. Wish I could zoom in a little bit for you, but let me go out of image stabilization here. Oh, well I can't. So I'd have to stop recording. So we're going to keep this view the entire time. And then we'll save it and we'll post it up on YouTube also. So this is going to be a 4 coaster set. Available soon, like as soon as I finish making it. So somebody gave me the idea the other day that I could pre-sale some items and then do a live video with them so they can watch me make it. I've been thinking about that. I mean, it's not a bad idea, but we'll see what happens. I think for music, if I leave some noise in the background, it won't sound perfect, and the noise, like crashing waves, will make it so they can't really hear it. So maybe I'll have to run some like double sound or something, I don't know. Okay, good. I'm just trying to see if my dome is getting in the way or not. I know it's 11, 12, it's like 3 o'clock on the East Coast, so I know it's not like an amazing time to be live, but I'm in the shop, so I need to get some stuff done. So this was the time I decided to do it. It may not look like it takes a while to do these, but it's the many steps that make it longer than it seems. So you just saw step 1 is just to tool this. Step 2 will be to stain it, or to tool it, because it's just getting cut out right now. So step 2 will be to tool it. Step 3 will be to stain it, and this particular item is going to get 2 different techniques of stain. I'll have to go through first and stain just a few spots, and then after I stain those few spots, because I need a color difference, so what I'll do is I'll stain 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the same corresponding down here. The inside sections will get stained different on here, and then these 2 outside edges get stained different. So then once that's done, it goes to step 2, which will be, well, step 1 is this. Well, this is actually like step 3, but if y'all have any questions, let me know. Oh, still just Eddie. 23 minutes already. Man. It's just like takes forever. So this is called swivel knife. I'm going to do the swivel knife work. It's what helps bring out some of the tooling. I'll see if I can do some with some Western Sheridan style. I'll be working on a clutch soon, so with the clutch I'll have some really cool floral stuff. I may do one with a skull, but I'll have some really cool floral stuff. I gotta order some zippers first. But when I do that, you'll see some of that. I don't know how many zippers I want to order because I don't know how well this is gonna sell, but from what I understand, some friends that have told me I need to make some of these, so we'll try it out and see how they do. So I'll probably do I may do like 10. I got some nice oil sides. I have some exotics that I can use, so the exotics of course will be a little more expensive than just the regular ones, but that's the cost of doing business. These days I'm gonna do a time lapse, so we just see how long it takes to do these. I'll put a clock in the background, and it's weird. I feel like you guys are looking at the top of my head, but I must have it set up just right because I don't see it. I mean, bold is beautiful, but you know, I don't want to be like this covering up the whole project and hitting the camera. I have to spend a day here soon and resharpen all my swivel knives. Run them on a big 6-inch machine. Clean up the edges. One bonus is you can't see me stick my tongue out. So that's a good thing. So somebody's watching. Eddie, I see it. Thank you. Click like. I don't see who else, so it must not be in one of my friends list. It may just be me. It may just be picking up my phone because I didn't log out. So I think I'm going to make some coasters with the state of Alaska on there. And then if somebody's like, oh, we're in Anchorage, I can stamp a little star on in Anchorage, or if I go and want to sell them in Juneau, I can make a little star in Juneau so people know where they got them from, although I'm from Kodiak. But there's the second one done. So there's two. In a minute we gotta go through and, well, probably be more than a minute. I want to cut these two and then we'll go and tool it. Eddie, I do have a finished stain one. I just saw that comment come up, but I think the finished stain one is in my van. But let me pull up a picture, and I'll see how this does. We'll come out of that crazy mode that I have it in, so I can show you the picture, and then I'll go back to it. So what I did is here's the finished. Let me go and change some of the color here. Hold on a minute. That's audio. So that's what a finished one is going to look like. I don't know if I could post a picture in the comments, but you can see there, besides the extra light above. And so that's what the finished one looks like. And I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can. because I don't think you could do photos in comments. No, you can only do stickers in the comments. And I see that nice. Let me yeah, so I may post up a I don't know, but that's what it looks like. Again, you're gonna make sure your knives stay sharp even if you use them once or twice on here. Just a simple running across 5 times or so really does clean it up nicely and make it work. So really should be making orders this morning, like product I need to get in here so I can finish other jobs. Let's see. Well, I gotta finish these. Wanted to pick a project that I can sort of do start to finish, at least the tooling wise. And this was the easiest. It's not really easy, but this was the easiest. Because I got to put one of these on a passport wallet still. I do some hand stitching, so we'll do some hand stitching later in the week. Although I may just take some of that home and do some hand stitching at home, because I'm trying to figure out time. I've been haven't been doing live videos from my phone often because I scratched the lens for my selfie side. I think I'm gonna end up getting a new phone. Shh, don't tell anybody. And I forgot something on this one, so let me wet it real quick, let it sit for a second, and then I'll go back to that one. I forgot to do the claws. While I have this, I'll just do the stars. You know, Eddie, if you're still watching, I think this would look cool with like a Royal Ranger thing on it, but I'd have to get permission from the national office to do that, I think, to sell it. But I'm sure if it was for a fundraiser, we could sure do it. To sell art, you have to get permission. It's for event patch. Right. But if you wanted to sell, like if I wanted to sell a number of them,
And I do remember that. So, but if we were to do it as like a fundraiser, there's ways to make it work. I'm really big on making sure I don't use something that could be used for profit if it's not mine. Like I won't copyright something. Hey, can you make this? Not really. It's just safer to not do it than it is to do it and get worried about getting caught. Oh, I don't want to do that. Yeah, Eddie, just noticing that. Because the comments only show up on my main screen, which is over here. They only show up for like 2 seconds and then they disappear. So if I don't have somebody watching that, but I do every once in a while check it here, and that's where I see your comment. Did I do? No, maybe I did. Eddie, I've offered to other people, and we'll see. I haven't got a full response, but I could even do an event patch for an event. Like this is the air station patch. So the Coast Guard Air Station here in Kodiak, this is their actual patch. And if you look, we're kind of making the same thing, but just making a coaster out of it. So. You know, there is the ability to do a patch if that's something that y'all wanted to do. We could do a limited number, or we can do a full number. It all depends on budget and how hard the design is. Maybe make some with awards or something like that. That's number 3. Holy cow. That's doable. So that is doable, but it's going to be you have to send me a line image of that so I can see. but that it could be doable. So this circle here is 3 3/4 inch diameter. We do like a 3 1/2 as a patch if we wanted to go a circle. Really should be outside enjoying this weather and not in here working. Eddie, if you think you're still watching, yeah, give me a cleaner image and we'll see what we can do. We may need to make the tree look a little bit different, you know, just to clean up the tree, but you get me a cleaner image and we can go from there. I can't really say no until I have a cleaner image and then figure out what you want to put it on, or you know, we can still, like, I haven't done any lately, but I can always make like a shooter's pouch or something like that too. For, I don't want to say I could put the image on the front of a shooter's pouch, but I do have access to a laser, and I think I may end up getting a laser soon. But I have access to a laser, so we can always do some type of laser work on it, which will give a lot of details. But right now, I don't have that laser. I don't have a laser machine, and I don't. My laser guy is off island right now, and I don't know when he's getting back. So I have to see. So, yeah, whatever I was just saying. Because I have to reply to an email about some laser work too, so I have to be careful.
time. Let me just take care of this email real quick. This is why I'm live, so I don't do this long. I gotta finish this up and then I'll go on to the next step. Okay, now I'm back. Added a couple messages. Wish I could leave my phone at home, but since work through the shop gets done on the phone, I need to have it. I wonder if I talked out loud while typing those things. Two people watching? So we're an hour in, and I have, almost finished them all, and we'll go on to the tooling. Tooling's next. It doesn't take as long as it used to for tooling. It used to take me much longer when I was still figuring things out, but we have figured out how to do things, so Mark, that's awesome for, I wish we had thunderstorms. I have to mute the volume. I'm making a phone call real quick and I need to mute the volume, so sorry about that. And we're back. Did have to make that call, so. Sorry about that. One of the harder things is holding it down, and I gotta make some sandbags or something to hold this down.
shoot. I think I did this the wrong way. Why do I feeling I did it? I did it the wrong way. Darn it. So I did this one the wrong way, which means that now I have to find and do another one. This one will just be a second prototype. I'm only supposed to do this on the edges, not actually. So you see these spots here? I just tooled them out and used what's called a backgrounder tool in all of these spots. I needed to not background it, and I'll let me start this other one and I'll show you what I mean. Because these are going to be coasters and not patches, I have to make them a little bit different for the purpose of kind of the purpose for speed, but I need to make them a little bit quicker because they are going to be excuse me, less expensive than they'll be less expensive than the they'll be less expensive there. Yeah, Eddie, it'll be a unique one of a kind. But I'll do testing on it to see if and I'll finish this later. I'll do testing on it to see if it actually will retain water or not retain water. Adding all these little spots in here gives it a whole lot of places for water intrusion. And if it's a coaster, I don't want water intrusion. I want to be able to repel water. It's already got all these spots here that are going to have spots for water. The one I made, I had a cup of sweet tea sitting on it. It sweat for an hour onto it, and then when I took it off, there was a little bit of water that got in here. You can just see a little bit of water got in there, but the next morning it was gone. So I think it'd be good, but this is actually what I was supposed to do with it, not this style, but I'll show you on this one. Just a little bit of a difference, not much, but because I do the extra staining, this one is the way to do it. And if I taped it on the tape on this, it'd be easier for you guys to see while I'm working on it, but I don't want to tape it on. You know, this one's about a little bit about cost. You know, I need to be able to make these a little bit quicker. I'm using different I'm using not a different leather, but a different order of leather. Like I order these already cut round because I don't have a clicker die yet to cut them round. But by doing that, this way it saves me a little bit of money and a little bit of time because I don't have to take the time to tool all of this section. So you can see it's still got a darker line on it. But when I finish it, because I add I paint the stain into the spots that are this, I'll paint the stains into this one so you won't be seen as easy. So yeah, Mark, that is a okay. So real quick, Eddie first. It is a I'm using a Krylon triple thick crystal clear glaze is actually what I'm using on this. And for Mark, usually what I'll do is I'll do how much do I have left? Yeah, I got enough left. So what I'll do, Mark, normally is I'll just use a piece of blue painter's tape, cross like that. I know what you're thinking, but you're taping it down. So I put that on, and then I'll peel it up, set it like this, and then I can just tape down these corners. And if I do this right, I can just use this once. Oh, that's gonna be a pain. And then I can just tape everyone right down to that. So yes, this will work like a Lazy Susan. I can't use this Lazy Susan because you don't want the bouncing. But that will hold it, and now I'll be able to spin it. It just looks a little bit different on the video. Where was I? Does make it a whole lot easier though. I don't have to try to force my way into holding it. So Mark, what they normally will say also is you normally will tape it because the leather can stretch while you're doing this type of tooling. The leather will stretch, so you do want to sometimes use tape on the back. I'll do it for my key fobs because it just makes it easy to not get stain on the back of these. On the back of the key fobs. On the back of these, I'm not really going to worry about it. I'm going to do some a thick, what they call a bag stiffener underneath it, so that way it stays flat. because any leather you can't unless you dip it in like a beeswax oil, and no leather is going to be waterproof. So the triple thick crystal clear glaze makes it so it's at least a little bit water resistant. Mark, what I can do sometime is I can, because I know you're trying to do, you may do knives soon, but I can work on something, maybe try to figure out how to do a video on how to do knife sheaths, so you can see how to do it. If you start doing tooling, you're going to need one of these stones right here, and I see that smile. You'll need to get one of these stones, but if you right on 17 coming out of East City going towards Hertford, there's that that granite place. Just pick them up right there, go in and ask them for a scrap out of their garbage, and you pick them up right there. And for anybody else, just go to your local granite shop. You know, if they're making countertops or something. These are all sink cutouts. They seem to do a lot of sinks the same size. I was kind of confused. You know, that really doesn't look like a big, I guess it's a big enough sink for a bathroom this round, but this was also a sink cutout, but it's not a, this is a man-made material, which has lasted me 3 years now. The last one I got, when I first started learning, I think I may have had a learning curve while using it, and using tools and things like that, so it was, it did not last me as long as this one did. So when I moved, I brought 3 of these, 8 of these slabs with me, so I have 5 more under the table. I usually have this white one in the car with me, so when I go to shows I have one with me. But for tooling, Mark, we can do just simple geometric shapes. You know, that's always something easy to do. I did those with the copper shed knives. Oh yeah, Mark, these things are, I saw your comment. These things you can buy them 12 by 12 from some leather shops, and they'll charge you an arm and a leg, where here you barely have to pay anything for it, or free, because I didn't pay anything for it. Once you learn the tooling, it's a skill that you won't really forget. It's almost like riding a bicycle. You still need to keep up on it, because it doesn't, you know, some of these used to take me less time. Set that there. Some of these took me less time to do before, and now it takes me a little bit longer if you don't tool often. You'll start to forget it, but you don't fully forget how to do it. Even you can pick up some of these tools. Some of the ones that I have here, I've picked up at a large set of tools I keep wanting to start one day soon, hopefully. Yeah, and we can talk about it. You know, we'll figure out a day that I'll do like a little class or something for you and show you how to, once you learn it, it's really not hard. It's the learning curve. It's the worrying about the first time you do it. It becomes a little bit like, well, I don't know. And then after that, it just becomes like, ooh, what can I do next? What can I do next? I did a, excuse me, an octopus on a guitar strap. That was one of the most technical ones that I've had to do. I did do this here, which is an octopus on a belt, and with this color you can't really tell too much of the difference, but you can see you start getting really into some technical work trying to figure out how to make that work. Yeah, I may have to do a class. Maybe I'll do it on YouTube, because I'd like more YouTube subscribers. I need to get 10 more YouTube subscribers so I can get my custom URL. As soon as I get that, I'm going to order new business cards. And I have a new table coming, some new, just the look of it, you know, go to a simpler look. My business cards right now are busy, and I'm trying to go with a less busy look to my stuff. So one last look over here. Good, got it. So what happens sometimes if you do this, when you tape it, the backside gets real furry. You can see it here, so that's why I don't always tape it. And you can see the fur, it looks like fur, but it should work as a little bit of a holder for me. We'll see. But you see that takes half the time to do once you have it set. One of the important things to know while you're doing the tooling is to make sure you have a surface that doesn't bounce. Underneath this table there's a leg that just comes up right about here. It's actually sitting in an angle, so it'll push it up against it, but you want it so you're not bouncing the table. If it starts to bounce, you don't get as clean and crisp of a cut. Should have brought some water with me. Like the mouth area here, I don't actually do much to it, I just leave it. And it seems to work just fine once you stain it.
Need to roll out. Thanks for the video and the tips. I'll let you know when you get started. Hey, have a good day too. Enjoy. Thanks for watching for a little while. right, thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you guys later. Oh, somebody just started watching. Who's watching? I was just about to close this, and now somebody's watching. Who's watching? I got another one to do if somebody's watching. Bueller? Bueller? Shows somebody's watching, but they're shy. They don't want to say hi. Alright, I'll continue to work on this one while the person's watching. Oh, Mark, welcome back. Yeah, I was about to just finish up and just log off. You need to go to the store when I'm done. Nice. So I'll be done here, and I'll finish this one up, and then you can go to the store. So I don't know if you've been watching. The temperatures here are crazy hot. So right now it is. Let me turn this off. Right now my watch is off. I'll tell you what the temperature is here in a minute. But it was like 60 something already at like 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. So it's been stupid hot. Have a friend in from North Carolina, my daughter's friend, and she says there is a difference. She goes, I don't understand it, but your 70s a whole lot hotter than our 70. So thought it was kind of funny that she was comparing North Carolina 70s with our 70s, or our, I think she was actually but it was just, you know, the fact that she was comparing our temperatures with North Carolina, commenting on how much hotter the cold temperatures are is pretty much what she was doing. So I thought it was kind of funny. It went low 80s, we were there.
When were you here last? Because we just had a. Because I was actually, it was spring break. I was teaching a leather class when I was down at the mission, and the clap came through. There was some wicked hail, almost looked like snow, and then there was a flash of lightning, and I stopped everybody. I was like, wait a minute, did I just, it was right at the end of class. I heard the noise, saw the flash, and I was like, did the lights just flicker? And I knew the lights didn't just flicker. 92, 95, so yeah, that makes sense. So there was a flash. It almost made it look, almost looked like the lights flickered. So I was like, wait a minute, the lights just flicker? And a couple of parents were like, that was weird. And then it was just, whoa. I mean, it was good. And yeah, that was our excitement for the day. Got a couple. Nope, got that one. Missed that comment. Hold on a second. Yeah, I mean, it definitely made people jump here. That one, because you don't get that, but it was definitely a weird weather. Because we don't get hail that often here. I mean, you know that. So when we started getting hail, it was like, whoa, we're getting hail. And then that came through, and it just clapped right above us. And I mean, it wasn't like I need to go change my pants clap, but it was a good clap of thunder. And for my YouTube people, I'll try to, I don't know how to make the comments go over there. I'll have to remember to read the comments out loud, because I'm going to post this over on YouTube. I haven't posted on YouTube in a while. And if you have a YouTube account, go over and check it out. You can type in RK Leather, one word, into their search and hopefully find me. And go subscribe to my YouTube channel. I need 11 more, I think the last I looked. 11 more subscribers to subscribe so I can get my custom URL, custom address. Who wins? Oh yeah, the I was gonna say, who wins what? The mug. Yeah, I was carrying around that mug, so it's got a couple extra little scratches on it, and I may have to make a new one. I have a whole bin full of the mugs sitting here, so I need to do something with them. have an idea, maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Oop, almost missed this top line. Alright, well, that one's done. So I have 3 out of the 4 complete. I'll just make, oh, almost done. How many times I've missed eyes on these things? Let's see. Now it's done. Alright, I'm done with this. Mark, there is, for those non-air station guys, there is going to be some just plain Coast Guard coasters. So, they're in the process of being made. I gotta go. We'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. See ya.